Okay, so let us start with today's session. So in today's session, we will be discussing about some of the basic Excel formulas that every consultant should know in order to deliver his works that will be assigned to him. And we will learn about different shortcuts in Excel to do our work faster in comparison to other consultants. Okay, so first part is we will talk about mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So let's say these are my records that I want to do the sum for. One of the way is I can go into summing up each and everything like this, right? So of course this is going to take time. Of course this is going to take time, right? Another alternative way is I will apply SUM sum formula and I will select all. Right? This is also one of the way. Right? But but a shortcut for this is I will press Control and plus on my keyboard, and then the total sum will happen. Similarly, let's say I want to sum up only this, so I can navigate through my arrows on the keyboard, and then I can make a sum of the respective cells that I want to. Okay, so the shortcut to do the addition is you can see here on it is Alt and plus, right? For addition it is Alt and plus. This is the first thing, and you have seen here I have put the comment, right? Comment with the red color. So to put the comment shortcut is Alt RC, right? Let's say I want to put comment in this particular sense, so I place my cursor on this and I press on my keyboard Alt RC. So you can see here I can put the comment for this particular cell. Okay, let me press Ctrl Z. Okay, next thing is how and to add the values. What we have used is we have used Alt and plus, right? Okay, now let us see how do we subtract. Let's say I want to subtract 300 from my 500. So how do I do that? So this, we do not have any shortcut. We have to use the manual formula. Like I will press equal to, I will select this 500 with my arrow buttons, and I will place on minus sign, and then I will select 300, and then similarly I get my 200 result. So this is a manual thing, we do not have any shortcut for this. Then we have multiplication also you can see in the comment that it is manual. So doing it will be equal to, I will select 200 and then I will press into, yeah, on my keyboard, and then I will select the another which I want to multiply. So now I got, this is the result here. Similarly we have for division also in the comment you can see that it's manual. Again I will press equal to, I will select the number which I want to divide by what number, then I will press on divide sign, and then I will choose this number that should divide the upper number. So then I get the result 2. So this is how we perform the mathematical operations. Now coming to another, let's say I want to do some formattings. Okay, I want to do some formattings. So in the formatting, first thing is I want to auto fit my column width. Okay, let's say I am writing here my name is Ram SAP FICO testing. Okay, I have this much. Now what has happened is, let me write here again, copy this, and I'm pasting here. So in this particular cell you are not able to see the whole text, right? The reason is because the length of this particular column is not as per my text that I have entered in this column. So I want to auto fit my column width. Okay, I want to auto fit my column width. So for that what I need to do is I need to press an Alt H. First of all I need to put my cursor on this column, yeah, at any place. So as of now I want my this column width to be the width that is equal to the text that I have written in this particular column. Okay, so I have selected this and then I place an Alt H O I. So now you can see the column width has increased, and it has increased equal to the text existing in this particular column. Let's say I further increase the text of this. Okay, now let's say I have done this. Okay, further I want to increase the text column width to the text that I have written in this particular cell. So I have put my cursor in this cell. Again I press on Alt H O I. So you see my column width has increased to the length that should be equal to the text that I have written in this particular cell. So this is the shortcut to auto fit column width. That is what I have written here, Alt H O I. Now let's say this is my table. Okay, in this table, let me simply copy it and paste it over here. Okay, I have pasted over here. Now I want to apply the border over across my table like it is here. Okay, so how do I do that? I will press Alt H B T. Okay, so with this you can say, with this particular shortcut that I have written, Alt plus H plus B plus T, right? Alt H B T. So in this case what has happened, only the outer border has become. Okay, now let's say this was not my requirement. My requirement was to fill the borders like this. Okay, so I will press Alt HBA. Okay, so now you can see all borders has been applied. Now let's say within this only, my requirement is that outer borders should be a thick border. So I will press Alt HBT. Now you can say outer border has been in thick color, thick border, right? So the shortcut is Alt HBA and Alt HBT. So this is in very general use as part of our day-to-day use, right? Let's say I want to now the next requirement is I want to color the cells. Okay, for coloring the cells I will use the shortcut as Alt HH. So let's say I want to color this particular cell with red color. So what I will press is, I will press on the keyboard as Alt H, and then I will choose the respective color from the drop down. Let's say I want to put as green, so I will choose green. I will press enter. So now you see this particular cell has been turned into green. Let's say I want to color these both the cells, so I will select both. I will press Alt HH, and then I will choose respective color. Let's say I want to put as red color. So this is how I do. Now another formatting is, let's say whatever I have written, I want all those to be in bold. Okay, A B C D. I written this. Now I want those to be in bold format. So I will simply press on Control B. Okay, so you see the letters have been turned into bold format. So that is what I have written here in the comment as Control B is the shortcut to make bold. Now let's say first part we have seen as auto fit column width. Okay, let's say I want to adjust it manually. Now for example, it is this much, right? This much. I want to make it I want to increase the length, but I don't have any text to auto fit. Okay, I simply want it to be width equal to 40 or 50 or 10. Okay, so what is the shortcut? The shortcut is for Alt HOW. So I will select the cell, I will press Alt HOW, right? And I will write here the number by which I want to increase the column width. Let's say I'm putting 20. You see the column width has increased. Let me come back again. Now let's say I want to increase my row height. Row height means I want to increase like this. This is one way manually we can do. Other shortcut to do it is, let's say I am here now, I will press Alt HOW. Alt HOW is the shortcut. Alt HOW. Right? Sorry, this is for column width. For row height, it is Alt HOR. No, it's not like this. Let me check here. Alt HOH. Okay. Alt HOH you see here row height. Let's say I want to make it as 50. So you see this row height has increased. Now let's say in this cell only I want to increase my column width also to 20. So I will press Alt HOW, right, and make it 20. Now you see this is as per our requirement. So this is one shortcut, Alt HOW, Alt HOW. This is for column, and Alt HOH. This is for row. Okay. Now let's say my requirement is to merge the cells. For example, I have a for example, let's say I want to merge all these three cells together. So what I will do, I will press Alt HMC. You see this has been merged. Again I want to unmerge this. Again I will press Alt HMC. Again the changes have been revert. So Alt HMC is for revert. These shortcuts, as and when you practice regularly, you will be able to understand these shortcuts very easily and remember those codes. So let me summarize. Autofit column width is Alt is in all. Let's say I am just putting HOI. This is for column width. Column width, that to automatic. Okay. Column width manual is Alt HOW, and for row height it is Alt HOH. For all borders it is Alt HBA. For thick border it is Alt HBT. For what else did we check today? Okay, color cells it is Alt HH. And for bold it is Control B, right? What else? Merge and unmerge, we have the same shortcut, merge and unmerge. For this we have HMC. Okay, just remember these codes to apply the formulas. It will help your work be done very fast. Let us look into the another way of working into Excel. Let's say I have this is my base table. Okay, this is my base table. Now my requirement is, yeah, this is my base table. Now my requirement is I want in all these fields 1 to appear, and wherever 2 has come below those fields 2 to appear. So how do I do that? First I apply the filter. Filter can be applied with the shortcut as, you see the shortcut is Control plus Shift plus L. Okay, simply you have to press here and select all your table and choose Control Shift and L. You see this got removed. Again I press on Control Shift and L, it got the filter got applied. Now I want in Sam, Hari, Krishna, Gopal number 1 to be filled. Okay, so what I will do is I will choose this same. I will choose equal to 1, right? So it got 1. Now what I will do, I will copy it. I will go in my filter and I will choose blank. I will choose only blank and I will remove 1 and 2. Okay, now I will select all those and I will paste the value. Now you can see below all the ones there is 1 and below all the 2s there is 2. Similarly this will continue for all the blank rows, even though the number of records are thousands or hundreds. Initially you might be thinking that it's very easy, we can do it manually, right? But imagine if the number of record is very high. Let's say this is how you can do it, but this you have to do manually for each number. Okay, so I hope now you have understood the use case of this particular trick. It is a simple formula but it is tricky. We have to apply this trick to fill the blanks. Okay, coming to the next thing, how do we work in Excel? Let's say this is my text. Okay, and now I want to know how many characters are there in this text. So what I can do is I can click on len. Okay, this is the formula len, and I will select this particular field. Okay, and I will close the bracket and I will press on enter. So I can see it is 15. So the number of characters in this particular field is 15. This is also very helpful in most of the cases. Next, let us try to check the VLOOKUP formula. This is one of the important formula where most of the people are confused. Okay, let's say we have a base table. This is my base table in which for a, against A we have Ram, against B we have Sam, and so on in this table. Now we have another table and somebody asks us to fill this table based on this table. Say they want to know what is the name against a D. Okay, so if the number of records is very less, then you can immediately see and tell, like for D we have Gopal, right? But say if the number of records is in lakhs, so how do you do that? In that case we can apply the formula VLOOKUP is equal to VLOOKUP, click on tab and then select, like against D I need the value, right? So my lookup value is D. I want to look this in which table, that is called table array. So I will select all those. I have selected all the value, that is called table array. Now I want to fix this table. That means I want to tell the system that I will be looking the values only within this range. What I will do, I will press on F4. Yeah, when I press on F4, this table has been fixed. The lookup array means the table array has become fixed. Okay. Now I will press on comma. So now next the formula that is asking is column index number. So column index number is nothing but column number 1 and column number 2. Okay, in our selection, what is the value that we want? Okay, we want the value from the column number 2, right? This is column number 1, this is column number 2. So I will press 2. Okay, and I will choose comma, and here we have true or false. False means exact match and true means approximate match. So at most of the cases we use false, so let me choose false and I will close the bracket and I will press on enter. So you see, against D we have Gopal. That is what has come here. Now let's say I want to fill in all the values. So I will copy this and I will paste in all the things. Now you see column for uh, character F we do not have any value, right? The reason we do not have value because in the base table we do not have character F. Whatever characters are available here, for those the values has been filled. So this is how we make the use of VLOOKUP formula. Now another, let's say I want to create a pivot table. Pivot table is very helpful in most of the cases. This is used to analyze the data. Let's say in my case what I want to do is I want to check, I have different names of students and I want to check uh, whether there is any duplicate record or not. Okay, so what I will do, I will create the pivot of this. To create the pivot I press Ctrl NVT, no sorry, Alt NVT, right? This is the shortcut. Let me copy this and create another table. Okay, I have done this. Now what I want to create the pivot of this. Alt NVT I have chosen. I press on enter. Now here I will choose this name under row labels. Okay, and again this name I will choose under values, and values I will select the from setting. I can choose either sum or count. For me my requirement is to get the count, how many times how many times A is repeated, how many times B is repeated. Similarly all the values are repeated for how many times. So this is how I can make the use of pivot table. There are also many multiple ways of working with the pivot table to analyze it. So this is the basic things, and if you know this you can explore all those formulas on your own. Okay, so with this I do not think there will be any confusion, and regarding the codes, shortcut codes, that you will come to know as and when you practice. The more you practice, the more you will be familiar with those codes, and the more you will be able to uh, use those particular shortcuts, particular tips and tricks in your real business work. Okay, so I hope I have covered almost all the things today. So the things that were covered today are pivot, VLOOKUP, length count, fill blank, formatting, and some mathematical operations. These are the very regularly used Excel operations that any consultants should know to perform their work in a timely manner. Okay. Okay, so let us close this the session for today here, and we will continue in our next session the other day. I will be sharing all the sessions on YouTube, which you can subscribe to and learn various things. So until now, I have also covered basic accounting, advanced accounting, and this is the third session for Excel. From tomorrow onwards, we will be diving deep into the ERP, that is the SAP functionalities. Okay, let us close for today.